All right. Back at it again with another one with my boy.
Yes, sir.
Deontay. Good to see you again.
Good to see you, my brother.
How you doing?
Good to see you. Doing good.
Doing with Kobe and JR. Say what's up. It's all good. So here we are starting off with another word with the wise. Basically, if you haven't tuned in yet, this is my whole interview series of talking to all my creative artist friends and kind of getting their spiel on their outlook on life, what drives them, and what they want to do to change the game. Fuck, gotta sneeze. Fuck.
Bless you.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, well, let's go ahead and start off with kind of you just telling the world who you are, what you're about.
Who am I? What am I about? I am Deontay Christian DeBoard, other known, as Frosty, you know what I'm saying? And one thing I'm really big about is really, can I cuss on here?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Not giving a fuck about what anybody thinks, you know what I'm saying? Because growing up, I didn't look the way I did growing up, you know what I'm saying? I was
My boy is fair skin.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't have the beard
whole
going
lot of
on with
yee
me. I was more of white and not light skinned, you know what I'm saying? So that early age, I already learned how to kind of just not care, you know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, if you don't like what you're doing, how do you expect anybody else to like what you're doing? And so that's one big thing I try to really implement in a lot of things I do.
Preach.
You know, for sure.
Okay. And so, what was the beginning of your music career, you think?
Beginning of my music career. So, beginning of my music career was pretty recent. It was pretty recent, but as far as me rapping in general.
Yeah. First time you heard music, you're like, oh yeah.
Okay.
You know, I'm in, I'm tapped in.
Lecrae. So.
Lecrae?
Yeah, Lecrae.
Okay.
So I didn't listen to, my parents are pastors, so growing up I didn't listen to Drake, I didn't listen to, everything else everybody listened to. I was not listening to that. I was listening to Christian music, freaking Christian rock, Christian rap, all types of stuff. But,
no way.
Yeah, all the time, man, all the time. So a real big artist that really stuck out to me was Lecrae and Tripoli.
Lecrae's a Christian artist?
Christian rapper, yeah.
Oh,
well,
shit.
Actually, correction. He doesn't like to be called a Christian rapper because kind of the same instance, like you play basketball and you're a Christian. Do I call you a Christian basketball player? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a basketball player who's Christian.
The only way you can call him a Christian rapper is if he raps about being Christian and God, right?
Yeah.
A Christian basketball player, I guess, is if they're playing. I don't know. Yeah, like unless you're playing in the church, that wouldn't make you a Christian.
Yeah, it's hard to explain.
No,
you know what I'm saying? It's hard to describe. But and so I took at first I didn't cuss. You know what I'm saying? Like when I freestyled, I try to make it all clean and stuff like that. And it was really because of my dad at the time. You know what I'm saying? So
that guy.
That's what really made me love music was if I remember the album. Those Robots by Tripoli. That's one of the big albums that I was like, okay, like I think I want to start doing this, you know what I'm saying? Then we kind of broke off from the church for a while, but I'm grateful for that because then that allowed me to explore, other music and stuff like that. And that's when I found J. Cole and Kendrick. And
around how old were you?
Say about 13. About 13. And by then we was already freestyling since I was like 11, you know what I'm saying? Like so.
13 is what, like sophomore year?
Sophomore year? No,
if we're 18 in the senior year, so 13.
13 is going from like
8th grade
to freshman. Okay, yeah.
So like 13, 14, you usually a freshman.
But even then, I didn't think music was something I wanted to make a career.
Yeah.
It was just something I
found
found
for fun, right?
Yeah, something I found for fun. But then, and then this is why I say it's recent, because you ever heard of John Billion?
Yeah.
And so, and it's funny, because he don't really touch rap music that much, but listening to him is what made me realize that, like, oh my gosh, like, I love music, you know what I'm saying? He has a live concert, it's 58 minutes long. And I put it on for background music, and then I find myself just like, the whole time, you know what I'm saying, just watching him, just because his love for music was so contagious. And I was like, okay, like, I want to be just like that when it comes to music, you know what I'm saying? So it's really, even now, I'm still building the basic blocks of my music career.
Yeah, okay. So, no, 100%. So now, kind of on the same thing, your first experience, like, dealing with, like, was it your friends came over and you started freestyling, or was it truly going to church and then hearing the music and maybe then liking it?
Like maybe realize I wanted to do
what
this.
was your first experience?
I can tell you, I can tell you. And so by this point, I'm a freestyler for like 10 years, you know what I'm saying? But still, freestyle is just something we do for fun. Smoking with the homies, put on the beat, freestyle. But then, I don't know what it is, and I was with him when it happened. It was me, you, and your cousin?
Oh, Ralph.
No, I forgot his name. Start with an L. He had the daughter.
Yeah.
Lecrae. But we'll come back to that later. But
Leo.
Yeah, Leo. But we're sitting in the closet and we're playing some beats, and out of nowhere, bro, I caught the meanest flow. I just couldn't stop, bro. I literally could not stop. Even his cousin was just
in the closet.
Yeah, he had a big.
When'd you come out the closet?
Later that night. But it was honestly his face, because he was like, "What the fuck is going on? Like, this dude is killing it." And I was like, "Man, I'm kind of good at this shit."
Yeah, like I'm kind of good.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think I made the first song I've ever made. I made it that night.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, it sounded real good. And
Did you record it on like Audacity or something?
GarageBand.
GarageBand. Okay.
And so my setup used to be, I used to sit in my car, I used to put a hoodie over the mic, over the mic, and put the mic on the other side. And it was, of course, it was just my headphones with the mic, you know what I'm saying? And I would make music on my break or something when I'm at work. And I wouldn't even say that that's what made me fall in love with music. That's what made me fall in love with creating. And so that's where the love for music all originates from. Is just I want to create. I want to create content. I like cooking. You know what I'm saying? Like YouTube videos. Just anything I can do to create and put out for the world. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, I'm on the same like mindset when it comes to like, I don't know, like we have so much expression about ourselves, whether somebody wants to sculpt or paint or cook or whatever. I think there's something beautiful just about like turning something into something else, or turning nothing into something, right? Sure. I think I really like the aspect of like timeless work, like, you know how artists and stuff like they make their paintings and sculptures and they've lasted, you know, it'll just last till it breaks down or whatever, you know, like your grandkids will look at it, your grandkids and all that. So like in the infiniteness of it and how like finite our lives are, you know, we got like maybe 100 years and maybe 110 if we're lucky, but like to be able to have this music or whatever it was in this creation in this world still last around like when we're gone for so long. I think that's like that's the ultimate goal, you know. You leave your impact on the world. And something I was big on was like leaving the world a better place than when you came into it. So I think I'm not gonna like force everybody to be like, hey, this is your duty, you have to change the world for the better no matter what. But it's more like, I mean, you know, we're all here. And granted, a lot of people do kind of just take it for granted, you know, like, you're born in this world, you live your life, and then you're gone, right? But I think it just came to a point to where, I don't know, like I was just always a dreamer, like I just wanted the most and the best for myself, like whatever it was. I'm like, well, why not chase after it like it's real or possible, like fucking living in a skyscraper in Dubai or something, right? Like, if some other dude or woman can do it, then like why can't we do it, right? We just gotta really put our mind to it.
For sure.
But okay, sounds good. Next question. Okay, who do you think are some of your musical influences, right?
Musical influences.
Yeah. People that have like touched you and like changed your way you think and how you coordinate your music.
Okay. So, and really, the way that I work, I'm like a sponge. And so like, if you listen to the music that I'm putting out at that time, it's a direct reflection of who I'm listening to at the time. So like, and the first song I ever put out was Deal With It. And everybody was like, yo, that sounds like it's big Mac Miller vibes. It's like, cause that's how I was listening to Mac Miller, like heavy. And so, like, but you can literally hear it. So it starts off with Mac Miller was a big inspiration for me. I used to love Mac Miller back when he was quote unquote swaggy.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
RIP.
The PA, Mac Miller, like proving everything.
Yeah. And so that was, I wouldn't say a major influence, but he was definitely one. And I would say, of course, Lecrae and Triple E. And one I didn't mention, he's also a Christian rapper, is Tadashi, big old dude. But
Tadashi 6ix9ine? No.
It would be him if he went the wrong direction in life, you know what I'm saying? But him, and then that was towards the beginning. And then when I started writing music and like really started getting into it, that's when I really started listening to J. Cole, J.I.D., Isaiah Rashad, you know what I'm saying, and Kendrick, things like that. And so I think the most person that's influenced me in music. And look, this is gonna sound, because I didn't mention this dude before, but Damian Lillard.
That sounds fake. Okay, Dame Dollar, yeah.
And the reason why he is not even because he's the best rapper.
Yeah.
It's because I've always wanted to do YouTube and rap. And so watching him, I was like, this dude's an NBA player and a rapper. So I was like, if he can do both, I can do both. You know what I'm saying? So that's what.
You know, he's got he created 4 Bar Friday. Do you follow that?
He created that?
Yeah, that's him.
See,
4 Bar.
I didn't even know that.
See, and then you see why I love about Damian. He's my favorite basketball player too. So he was a big influence when it comes to really finding what I wanted to do. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Yeah.
I would say a big one for me is probably Childish Gambino. Man, just kind of like a fucking icon of this generation, doing from acting, comedy, writing,
He can do everything.
I mean, yeah, I'm sure. Singing. I'm sure he could model. I'm sure he could fucking do some
Like
crazy
He's
shit.
like an upgraded Chris Brown.
Without all the
Without all the
backflips.
backflips. I'm sure he could pull one out if he wanted to.
All right. So, what do you think is one of the most difficult things about being an artist
More difficult
to
things.
you? Yeah.
Sticking true to yourself.
Okay.
It's like, because you put your music out and then it doesn't receive the attention that you would like. It doesn't receive the I don't want to say praise because I'm humble. I don't want
the
praise.
love. You know what I mean?
The love.
Yeah.
It doesn't receive the love. And then I feel like when that happens, people tend to change what they're doing, change the music they make to fit more of the world. I'm just like, nah, because like how we said, we want to be timeless. Like, only way you can be timeless in this world is if you truly love and put in the effort to what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, you look at people like, I'm not saying they're bad artists, but who's gonna remember Lil Uzi in 20 years? You know what I'm saying? Like, who's gonna remember Tupac in 20 years? Everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's because, and there's nothing wrong with riding the wave, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. But that's just not me, because that's not who I am, you know what I'm saying? Like, when I put out music, I want it to have a meaning. I don't want it to be about drugs, about, you know,
Drugs, drinking,
money,
partying,
you know what I'm saying?
women, money.
That's not what I'm about.
Yeah.
And so, for me, the hardest thing is definitely sticking true to yourself.
Yeah. Do you feel like are there any pressures from trying to conform to like what is popular and what people want to hear? Because I mean, along the sides of being true to yourself, I think like whenever you make your music and then like there's a group of people who like it's like more some of the things you're doing compared to some of the other things you're doing, and then some other people will like that, you know, like let's say you tried to like start doing singing stuff or whatever. Like, I think there's ways to be true to yourself, but then also kind of like stretch yourself.
Yeah, adapt a little bit.
Yeah, right.
saying?
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
And that's how. And he's on the sidelines and he's making music and stuff. And so, I think I've actually been doing that pretty lately. It's like I'm straying away from what I'm used to doing, but I'm not losing myself in it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so, but adapting, I think that's come with the game. You know what I'm saying? Like that's when that defines a true artist versus someone who is just good at something. You know what I'm saying? Like you can. I don't want to say adapt again. I want to find another word.
Evolve.
You can evolve.
Transform.
You know what I'm saying? You can definitely. And I know I said his name 1,000 times, but that's why I love J. Cole. They call him Trap Cole now.
Trap Cole.
It's just because he hops on all these trap songs now, but when you listen to him, it's like, that's J. Cole.
That's still J. Cole.
It's still J. Cole, you know what I'm saying? And so
I think why that worked so well for him is like him staying true to himself for so long. And then when he's like a feature on 21 Savage or Kodak Black or whatever, he still uses a little bit of his style, but then he kind of meshes it with what that the song is, like the trap style. So like in a way, he's kind of just like, he's pioneering his own flow still, you know what I mean? Like,
still to this day.
It's not like in his mind, he's like, yeah, I want to make a trap record or something.
Right.
You know, he has before, but it's like, he still finds a way to be authentic behind it, right?
Yeah,
the genuineness behind it, yeah.
So,
All right, next question. Let's see what we got here. What do you think is the most important thing for an artist to remember?
most important thing for an artist to remember? Where you came from. Where you came from, how you came from, why you came from. You know
why you came from.
Especially the how. Because I think a lot of people, testimony is a testimony for a reason. You know what I'm saying? You're giving a testimony, you're supposed to share it. It's like, cause
I don't really know what testimony is, but...
Testimony, so what you went through, terrible, bad, trials, tribulations, the reason why you are the way you are today.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think this tattoo right here. Remember him, Chase McCall. Actually, he killed himself. You know, he was my best friend for a long time. You know what I'm saying? And while he was my best friend, I dealt with depression. I attempted suicide. You know, in middle school and stuff like that. And I chose not to share it because, you know, I was like, wow. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to hear that.
Yeah, that's false. But I mean,
you know what I'm saying? Like at the time, though.
At the time,
you know what I'm saying? It's just like nobody wants to hear that. We're kids. Who wants to hear that crap? And then fast forward.
Like, nah, quit playing.
Yeah. And then fast forward, graduation, and he getting that call saying, you know, he killed himself. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, I know it's not my fault. You know, I know it's not my fault for sure. But you can't help but hold on to that guilt, knowing that you had the information that could have helped him. And that's why I think it's important to share your testimony and don't forget where you came from.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't matter where you go. Where you go is always going to change. But something that's never going to change is where you came from.
Exactly. It's like the building blocks of who you are. You know,
For sure.
like you can either completely change as you evolve, as we all do. But like, where were you born? How were you raised? Those friends that held you down, the family that held you down, those influential people in your life that kind of molded you in a way. Like, still remember my kindergarten teacher, Miss Johnson. She was indeed a MILF, but I just always remember her kind and soft words. Like, it's just, she was influential, and that's made me who I am today, right? Like, but I think also the main part about those trials and tribulations, when like the times where you feel down, you feel sad, like that shit fuels you, because you know you don't want to feel like that again. You know that anybody who makes me feel that way, you have boundaries now, you know. So like, I think it's all a part of that process. You know what I mean?
I think a lot of answers, the questions that people have, the answers already happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, as far
Exactly.
as
There's not a question out there, for the most part, that has been answered.
that hasn't been answered, and 9 times out of 10, you've answered it yourself. And you don't even realize it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you've lived through the answer, and you don't even realize it half the time.
So, what do you think? Where do you want to be in 10 years with your music? How would you like to leave your imprint musically?
So, I had a dream, I want to say a couple months ago, and so I wrote
Shout out Martin Luther King.
Shout out Martin Luther King, you know what I'm saying? Shout out Black History Month, real talk. We should have a whole year, but that's besides the point.
Honestly.
But, so I had a dream, and you know I have a YouTube channel, you know what I'm saying? And it's
Go ahead, plug it. Let them know.
512 Frog Addicts TV. Go ahead, hit the subscribe. Big changes coming, trust me. I'm about to talk about it right now. But, so I had a dream, it was FM Entertainment. And at first I was like, what does that mean? I was like, I can see it popped up in my head, and I was like, what does that mean? So, you know, I woke up, jotted it down. The next morning, it was like, fishing and music entertainment. And I was like, nuts. I want to be different, you know what I'm saying? Like, I see artists nowadays, I'm not saying everybody's the same, everybody has their own thing going on. But then I see, and I always see myself going 2 different paths, and I'm just like, why not, you know, combine
together
and go together, you know what I'm saying? And so, I don't know, have you ever seen anybody make fishing and music together?
Never
you know
in
what
my
I'm
life,
saying? Like,
actually.
Exactly.
You'd be the first. Yeah.
That would be the freaking first, you know what I'm saying? And so the logo I had in my head, it was a guy sitting on a boombox fishing, you know what I'm saying? And I was just like,
That's pretty sick. I like that.
Okay, yeah, some entertainment.
I mean, yeah, you could do fishing videos and then like freestyle or
you know
like
what I'm saying? Do some crazy stuff. And that's really where I see myself, not in 10 years, but soon. I want to see myself doing that soon. In 10 years, shoot, I want to win a Grammy right now, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be
like,
big
are you
dog
25?
24.
24? So you'd be 34 years old.
You know what I'm saying?
Deontay,
I want to be
34-year-old.
Because I look at myself, not even 10 years ago, I look at myself last year, and I'm just like, dude, I'm nothing, like, I'm not the same, like, at all. Like, I'm a completely different person than I was last year. And so I want to be, I don't want to say the best version of me, because the one thing I've always agreed on is you're never going to hit the best version of you, because you should always be striving to be better.
Yeah.
Always striving to be better. So I want to hit a version of me that I'm not afraid to be myself now, but I want to have a version of me that strives other people to be themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really want to be a beacon of solitude, like a beacon of, I would say hope, but that's pretty lame.
Beacon of light.
Beacon of light, yes. But I guess I really didn't answer the question as far as music career, huh?
I mean, you did, but also, how would you like to leave your imprint, right? So you got your dream of combining your fishing and music,
Yeah.
and then musically wise, all right, fishing aside,
Yeah.
how do you want to like push yourself, aspire in the music industry, something like that?
So, it's a good question, dude.
Yeah, take your time.
I don't want to leave my imprint. I think we talked about testimony already, but nobody knows everything that I've been through. You know what I'm saying? And so I think,
Like I didn't even know about your suicidal times. Like you said back in middle school.
That's the tip of the iceberg. You know what I'm saying? I've been through a lot, and I think when I do open up to people, I feel like it really touches them. You know what I'm saying? Like it really touches them and it strives them to make changes. And so how I want to leave my imprint is I want my music to be like a book almost. You know what I'm saying? Like
chapter to chapter.
Chapter to chapter. And like even the few songs I have now, like each song, it's like completely different vibes because I was going through this at this time, I was going through that at this time, and so I wanna leave my imprint by. Doesn't matter how you're feeling, what's going on in your life, what are you struggling with. Doesn't matter what's going on with you. You can go to my music. You can scroll. You're gonna find something.
Find that feel.
You're gonna find something that's gonna speak to you at that moment.
Yeah, like I'm kind of the same. Like making a song to where somebody can feel connected or like have that relatable feeling, whether it's sad, happy, or just having fun.
Yep.
Like it's just if one person can be affected by the song or the music, then that's the goal. Like it's just.
I don't want to be an artist that you go to when you're feeling one emotion.
Yeah.
Like I want to be an artist you can go to when.
That's just weird to me. An artist who makes only one type of music.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I get it. You've got one lane, you want to stick into it, but I don't know. There's just so much complexity in human emotions. Like you can't just. How could you only want to? That's maybe people being controlled by labels or something. Like, hey, only drop 20 bangers for this album, blah blah blah. Yeah. But like, you can't really limit yourself like that. And I think maybe that's why we see the problems with people like, what's his name? I already forgot the guy's name. Lil Pump. You know what I mean? Like, industry plant. I don't know, but like either way, forgettable. He's gone already.
It's like It's like when I die. I'm not even gonna say when I die. I want to be not just talked about. I want to be remembered. It's like you know what I'm saying. And
exactly. Yeah.
And people don't really read into what that means, and I'm just like, they're like, what that means the same thing.
The
Like it
library
doesn't.
will be closing in 30 minutes. Please check out your materials, complete your online applications, and pick up your library cards at the second floor service desk.
Yes, ma'am.
La biblioteca cerrará
Bro, that reminds me.
en 30 minutos.
Why don't you come out tonight, bro? I gotta get up at 7 o'clock.
Yeah, about 5.
But the listen. Okay, listen. Check this. The listening will be done by 12.
By 12?
Yeah, we're not gonna be out till 2. It's just 11 to 12. The new album. Did he tell you?
12.
Don Toliver new album listening party downtown.
I knew he dropped that new album.
We're already here. Like I mean, that's the whole plan, just to go there from here. Like, hey, he's already with you, bro. Hey, come on, help me out.
It don't matter to me.
Love sick.
It don't matter
I might
to
just,
me.
I might just call it at work tomorrow.
I mean,
I got fucked up.
hey, look, I can already see it tomorrow.
You know what I see is a hangover tomorrow. That's what
Wait, we're not gonna go crazy, right? I'll get us like a couple drinks, whatever.
You know what?
We're vibing.
I'll pop up. I'll pop up, man. I'll pop up.
You're a
Did
different
I say
man
I was
on the
gonna
camera.
stay till 12? I don't know, but I'll pop up. You know what I'm saying?
But it starts at 11 though. What do you mean? You're gonna be there until 11:30?
11:15. All right,
11:15. All right, doc. I heard 5 songs. I'm out here.
I'm out of here.
Okay, that's fair enough. Hey,
all I
thank
need
you,
is a
bro.
couple drinks with me, bro.
Yeah. Okay, bet.
That's for sure.
I mean, if you're there for a little bit, right? If y'all, it don't matter, right? I just wanna pull
For
up
sure.
and have a good time.
Yeah, for sure.
But I don't mean to
What
interrupt
was I
you.
saying? Oh, you good,
Actually,
you
she didn't mean to interrupt you.
Yeah, it was
bitch.
all her. It's all her. Bilingual motherfucker. But oh yeah. People think being talked about and being remembered is the same thing, and I'm just like, it's not.
No.
It's because I can see somebody down the road. Let's say I see him, and I'm like, I like that jacket. I talked about him. Tell me, hey, I saw this jacket today. I really liked.
Yeah.
Talked about him. But let's say I meet someone and they're just the coolest person ever. So nice, so genuine, make me feel a way that I never felt before.
Like how you are to me, bro.
Stop it. But later on, you know what I'm saying, like how I am to you, later on you'll remember me. It's not like you can. The thing about men that people don't understand is we remember a lot. A lot that females don't remember, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can compliment a female, she's not gonna remember that next day. I still remember 5 years ago when some random 50-year-old was like, your skin looks like the sun. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, simple things like that, we remember stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
your skin looks like the sun.
I was like, hold
Damn.
on. And that's what she said, and this is when you say I'm cute. I was like, oh, you lost me there, girl. You lost me there. You lost me there. But that's the difference between remembering and being talked about. And I think the reason why we are like that and we remember stuff like that is we don't get that often, and they do. And just like, and I reverted back to music, we get trending artists often, a lot, you know what I'm saying? But we don't get the true, I'm putting everything on this beat type of artist no more, you know what I'm saying? And the sad thing is we do, but they just get outshined by trendy music, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's, and I think the day we live in now, it's more difficult to leave that stamp. You know what I'm saying?
It really is.
It really is.
It's hard to cut through the noise.
It's so
like,
hard, dude.
There's all this poppy, whatever, viral, whatever, and here we are, like genuine artists trying to make a difference for ourselves, the people around us, making like good music.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't got thousands of dollars for marketing or for this, and I don't have a shit ton of people riding for me, like who will always support me no matter what. But at the end of the day, I mean, yeah, we just got to keep pushing, keep pushing, and then we'll break through the sound, because it goes back to staying true to yourself and not kind of just selling yourself out. But
and I think, and I will say I'm grateful for that, because if we do come out of it, you're gonna come out of it way stronger than any other time. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you can find a way to break through that, your mentality is gonna be as strong as a rock. It's gonna take a lot to break through something like that. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I'm a believer. You know, I'm a man of God, so I believe if God doesn't pluck you from the fire, He's gonna walk through it with you. You know what I'm saying? And so even if I can't jump around the noise, even if I can't, you know, push through it, you know, God will hold my hand and He'll walk through it with you. You know what I'm saying? And when you get to the end, you're gonna be a whole different person, for the better. For the better.
I'm always keen on like, kind of always grounding myself and thinking like, you know, talking to the, for me, like, I'm not a religious man, but I still believe in, like, everything happens for a reason, and you're on a directed path, and I think you should always try to wish the best for your possible self. So when it comes to like, where I'm working or whatever I'm doing, you know, like, hey, like, universe and all that's love and power, like, please, you know, thank you for guiding me through this path that I've always been wanting to go on, and please take me to the best possible outcome for me, or the best possible route. And like, it's that gratitude and that positive thinking, like, that just kind of just takes, that always washes over me, and I feel good. And then like, and then sometimes there's moments in your life where it's like, wow, like, I had to go through this and this and that to finally get to over here. And then it just adds like perspective to like where you're headed. And then so when you have more roadblocks in the future, you start to think like, well, I'm prepared for this. Oh, maybe I just messed up and now I owe $10,000, or just something really, really bad. But like, you've got hope that it's gonna be okay. You're gonna find your way around it. You know, and then the mindset to get through it, staying strong, never looking down, and just keeping your head up. You know what I mean? But
like, we're built to go through trials and tribulations. And another misconception that a lot of people think is, I know it's pretty popular, but everybody says God will never put nothing on you that you can't bear. It's false. It's very false.
Is it?
It's very false. That does not say that once in the Bible. Like, think about a parent losing their child. You telling me that's something that you can bear? You losing a child, you know what I'm saying? But on the flip side of that, we need stuff like that. Like, cause the only time you're ever gonna look up, and not saying, when I say look up, I don't necessarily mean God. For me, it's God, but it can mean anything. You know what I'm saying? Look up to a better life, look up to a better you. Only time you're gonna look up is when you hit rock bottom. So you got nothing else below you. You look up.
Dude, yeah. After my first relationship, that's exactly how I felt. I felt like I lost my other half. I've spent so much time and energy and putting so much love into that person that I I felt like my life was over, you know, like I was like, you're starting all over. I am truly at the bottom.
Yeah.
But then like after some time went by, it was like, well, it is true. It's only up from here.
It's
you know what I
only
mean?
up
Like
from here, dude.
you can't go back that down because I won't allow myself to ever give too much or put myself in a situation that will cause me to feel like shit or like, oh, I shouldn't have done that so many times or blah blah blah.
Yeah. That's why people always like, why does this keep happening to me? Why do I keep going through this?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, have you learned anything from it? Most of the time, it's not really.
This thing, people aren't learning. They're not thinking about what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, am I gonna do something about it, or what did I do wrong? How do I fix that?
Like, people always want to blame stuff on other people, and I'm not saying other people don't do you wrong. They do. They do you wrong, but when you learn from things like that, then it opens your eyes, and you're just like, okay, that was kind of my fault.
Yeah,
I
like
led myself down that road. And so once you start learning from it, like you said, it's only up from there. You know what I'm saying? Knowledge is power. It really is. Like that's the truest thing I've ever heard. So knowledge is definitely power.
To be able to experience what you experience and then move on from it and grow from it.
And grow from
That's
it.
the beauty of it.
Then use it.
Yeah.
Then use it. People always grow from it and then leave it behind. Don't. Use it. So use it.
Yeah. So let me ask you a good question.
Yeah.
I asked this myself on my own interview. I did my own interview. But dream blunt rotation. Go.
Dream blunt rotation. Holy shit. Do they have to be able to smoke, or does anybody?
Dead or alive?
Dead or alive? Okay. Can they be like non-smokers, but I want them to smoke with me?
Yes.
Okay, shit, that's a bet. Okay, dead or alive.
You had a party, you had Drake's mansion, they
You know
pulled
what I'm
up,
saying?
and then
lit
you're
up,
like,
lit
hey, you
up.
want to smoke with me? You're like, you know what? I will.
So first person, Keith Ledger.
He's a legend.
I would love to smoke with him,
legend.
though. I feel like that'd be amazing. That'd be amazing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm doing Joker shit. And then, he said 3, right? 3?
Do 4.
4?
Total.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Keith Ledger.
Actually,
definitely my first
no, 3, including, and then you.
And then so, got Keith Ledger as my first one. I need someone to make me laugh. So make me laugh.
What are you about to say?
Charles Barkley.
What?
You just put me on, bro.
I'm
that would
I'm not dapping you for that one.
Bro, that would be, bro, come on now. That would, okay, you have to have him and Shaq. You know, if you have Charles Barkley, you gotta have Shaq there too. That would be hilarious. But those are my two.
Okay.
My two.
That's you. You keep that one.
Yeah, go ahead. You stay over there, dog. Well, my second one, I just had it. God damn it, fuck you. It would be prime Dave Chappelle.
All right, there we go.
Either him.
He said prime. He's not in prime anymore.
She is, but
No,
that motherfucker was funny back in the day.
Yeah.
But he was funny.
Back
as hell
when cancel
in the
culture
day.
was a thing. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Or wasn't a thing.
Or it would be him or Cat Williams in his prime too. That baby is white from the mountains of Caucasus. Well, you know what I'm saying? Like that's why he would make me cry laughing, bro. And then another one is sentimental, but my brother, I definitely would. That's what this one is. He was not my real brother. He was just raised with
Fake
us.
brother,
You know what I'm saying? So he was killed in a car accident. But growing up, I thought he was such a goody two shoes. But the older I got, the more I realized, like, this motherfucker.
Bro, they still say that was like staged, and I don't know if it was. I don't know.
I mean, Hollywood.
It's like Hollywood. Everything. Yeah, that's a big thing. It's a big event, and a lot of people are gonna be watching it.
And for it to be like publicity, you know. But who knows?
I will say they did take a screenshot of the slap, and he did have something on his cheek. Then again, I don't know what it is. It could have been fucking anything.
What do you
for all I
mean?
know.
Like something was on his cheek?
He had a little something on his cheek. It was like, you can see it. It was
Like
kind
a
of
little
covered in
pusher or
makeup or something like that.
And the way he reacted, bro, and the way
But-
the slap was, like, I don't know.
At the same time, it could have been anything. So, you know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Yeah.
It could have been. It could have been.
Chris Rock is not gonna beat up Will Smith.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
facts.
no, but I mean, as a man, bro, you get slapped in the face.
I mean,
that's
like,
you know what
that's
I
the
mean?
thing. Will Smith would have more restraint to do that on live television to a man I'll probably consider his friend,
Yeah.
and then like what?
Like, but a slap to a face, bro.
I think-
Like, I'm sorry.
I will
you didn't
say,
slap me, bro. It's a go.
because we're thinking of like man to man, but you also got to think he has a lot on the line. You know what I'm
Will
saying? A
Smith has
lot.
a lot,
But
too.
Will Smith isn't, and that's what I'm saying. That's where the weakness comes. Will Smith was way weaker than Chris Rock was. That's a very weak
That was a tough
thing to
time
do
for
as a
him,
man.
honestly,
You know what
because
I'm saying?
he was going through that August Alsina thing. And,
Yeah.
that's a good point.
That is true, and he did make a joke, but it was just a simple joke.
Right. It was a very simple joke. Look, and especially coming from someone who's
was
been
a
his
simple
friend
joke.
for that long.
Yeah.
Everyone laughed. He laughed too. That's what I'm saying. The video.
And you know what's crazy? The person that he called, she was a badass. So even at that, it was a compliment. You know what I'm saying? Like, she was a straight badass.
Yeah.
You gotta think like all the stuff we heard from Will Smith's marriage. Think about there's 1,000 times more going on in the room that we don't know about.
Oh yeah, facts.
So you know
Facts,
you
facts.
can let out all the anger.
Yeah.
Like, I can't take this.
And that's why I said,
But that boy was laughing. Like,
and that's why I say it was a weak moment.
yeah, he's like,
Yeah.
he looked
Yeah,
over
like,
no,
I gotta
That's
go
what I
stop.
said, bro.
Ain't that funny?
I said it was a very weak moment on his part, and you know it happens, especially being men. We deal with a lot and keep it under wraps.
Yeah,
It's
bro,
like,
we keep it cool. And,
A lot of dudes can't keep their
I
cool.
can't.
But the thing is, though, it's like, I get that they're blaming this dude, right? You know, they're blaming him and everything.
Oh,
But the thing is, like,
set a timer.
Oh
Timer.
yeah, totally.
I gotta do 18 minutes.
Oh yeah. His husband ain't shit either.
You know, it's like,
Big ball
the
motherfucker.
female
Yeah.
has a lot to do with it, bro. Like, this female's like 18. You want to start right now?
All right, I'm gonna ask you a couple more questions, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna start off with. Is it still going?
Yeah, I think so.
What's your deepest, darkest secret?
My deepest, darkest secret.
Just playing. I'm just playing.
I'm about to
I
expose myself.
actually have 3 balls. No.
Okay.
So, what's something people wouldn't understand about being an artist?
Wouldn't understand?
Yeah.
Well, that's actually a great question. I don't think anybody's ever asked me something that they wouldn't understand.
I don't know. For me, it's like there's a lot of vulnerability behind it, right?
Sure
You're
is.
exposing yourself to, of potentially the entire world. You know, whether it's like you being sad on a song, or you like singing, or you doing something out of your comfort zone. I mean, we just kind of sit there and like, all right, like I'm gonna put it up for the world to see, and then that's it. And then feedback, and then there's always gonna be some type of haters, like I've heard a lot of shit like, dude, like what are you doing, or blah blah blah, and this shit. But then at the end of the day,
Right.
like that's just another
are
person's
you, bro?
word,
You
right?
know
Those are
what I'm saying?
words.
Who
What are
are
you gonna do, you know? But
I think you hit it right on the nose, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people don't think about that. It
Definitely.
takes a lot. It takes a lot of humility, vulnerability, all of it to just put it all. Especially, this goes back to trending artists. They don't do that. Like,
The library will be closing in 15 minutes.
every time.
Please
Thank
check
you.
out your materials, complete your online applications, and
Appreciate
pick
it.
up your library card.
She's talking
at
to
the
us
second
right
floor
now.
service
Yeah.
desk.
They got us on
La
camera.
biblioteca cerrará en 15 minutos.
déjame negro que te tiene su puta de negro.
I learned this at work. Puta sucia.
No lie.
Why are you laughing? You know what that means. What does it mean? No. Dirty slut.
Yeah, you're close. But yeah, a lot of people just don't think about that because, like I was saying earlier, though, like trending artists, they don't experience stuff like that. Because yeah, you're putting your art out in the world to see, but I feel like whenever you take it serious and you put your life on a beat, it's like a diary. It's pretty much like
Yeah, it is. It's a
pretty
journal.
much like
Yeah.
posting a page of your diary and posting on Instagram.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that
It's got background music. and
yeah, you know
it's
what I'm
got
saying?
meaning.
Like, it's like one of them old voicemails back in the day. But that goes over people's heads whenever they hear about that and whenever they hear it. And so I think you're right, though. Vulnerability is definitely something that's overlooked when it comes to
Yeah,
creativity.
I think also another thing is like the amount of work it requires. Like as our own independent artists, we have to make money to pay bills and take care of things we need to take care of. But then outside of that, like you still gotta work. You still gotta, or musically work. You still gotta, you gotta brainstorm. You gotta, if you have hobbies, you gotta, or working out. And that's the hard thing for me right now. Is like I haven't even been able to get to the gym because I'm not putting up my time right, and I've been trying to fix it up. But like everything takes sacrifice, you know. Like if whatever you put your time and attention to, something else is gonna get left out. And it's just
like the time that, whenever you blow up, that's all people see. They see,
yeah.
you
They see
blow
the
up.
finished product. They didn't see
They don't
what
see,
we did behind
you
that
know what I'm
curtain.
saying? Like, they don't
Yeah.
see, and that's why. So I have this EP that I'm about to drop called Winter Throwaways.
Winter throwaways.
Yeah.
Love
And
it.
so a lot of those songs are like super old. You know, I have a studio now. I have like
Yeah.
a setup. But back these songs that I'm about to drop, recorded on on headphones, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I wanted to redo them, but I thought about it and I was like, I'm gonna drop it like this, because when you're good, you can see, okay, his quality is terrible here, a little better here. Okay, he's starting to, you know what I'm saying, in the growth, you know what I'm saying? And so that's why I want to leave it like that, so people can listen back and be like, okay, he improved, the improvements are there.
There was something about, like, I had this thought, there's no shortcuts in whenever you're like a musical artist. Like, I started off like, I really liked like writing, like overwriting in the way of like fitting a lot of words, rapping fast, and like sounding like I could rap. But you miss the aspects of finding your flow and then like realizing like what are you trying to say. You know, I was just spitting like a bunch of mumbo jumbo, and then so when you hear the song, it's not like there wasn't an impact.
Yeah.
So like the fact that coming back to the shortcuts is like, well, as an artist you have to develop, you have to grow, you have to, these people have to see you evolve. So you can't just go off the bat like doing something like that, blah 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 blah, and then like trying to, oh, where's my love, where's my respect, I'm a rapper, I'm good, or whatever. No, it's like,
so you
gotta start from the bottom. You gotta
you
start with your flow, you gotta start with your sound, and then like you just kind of build and block it up and block it up, and then maybe if you want to fucking like do something a little bit more extreme, people will show you more respect for it because they see how far you've come, right? Seeing where you've come. Yeah.
And it's like, it's a well-known quote, but it sticks a lot. It's like, I don't fear the man that practices 1,000 kicks, fear the man that practices one kick 1,000 times. And it's like, because I tried to, mine was opposite. So my flow was pretty awful at first. I wouldn't say it was bad, but it was just basic. It was just a basic flow. But I really focused on the lyrics. And so I started, the lyrics were good, they stuck, but then it was just like, it's not that like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you don't get that, you don't get that hit.
Yeah.
And so once I started, I put all my focus into the lyrics. And this is where that quote used to not make any sense to me. So I'm just like, okay, cool, then just punch him.
Yeah.
Like if he can't kick me, what's he gonna do? But then when I heard it explained more in depth, it made more sense. And I was like, okay, so you practice a kick 1,000 times, now you're good at that kick. Practice a punch 1,000 times, now you're good at that punch.
Exactly.
And you work that to creating. It's like like how you said, you work on your flow. Yeah. Get that flow down, put some lyrics in it. You know what I'm saying? Get them lyrics down, start doing the producing side. You know what I'm saying? So it's literally, that's why I love the word building blocks, because I mean, it's literally what it is. I mean, you built this block, okay. Build this
the
block.
only way to get to that third or fourth one is to go to 1, 2.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And it's a lot easier than doing that than sitting here, let me do this a little bit, let me go try this, oh, let me go back down here. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Just perfect this, and perfect it to when it becomes, because the thing that really messes people up, we're trying to learn a lot at one time, is it's all hidden. You don't retain it. You know, you might be reading it, you might be putting in the work, but you're not retaining any of that. Yep. And so whenever you practice the kick 1,000 times, it becomes natural. You don't even think about it. And so now you can put all your focus into what you're learning next. Because now your kick is you know, you know what I'm saying? Like it goes without even saying. And then that's when you talk about music, now that I freestyle and stuff, the lyrics are already there. Like the lyrics are already flowing in my head. Just gotta find a way to put it now. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm working on now, is my flow. I think it's getting pretty good.
Yeah, dude, I'm really excited for the new stuff you're dropping, dude. Because like, from the first thing I saw, or from what I heard, I was like, okay, like this man's like, he's got his voice and he's got his flow. Like, I need to see like the evolution now. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Sure. I'll show you a little something. I got something right now.
Yeah. But, okay. Bet. Yeah, we'll go to the car. Yeah. But I'll show you. I want to ask you one more question. I've always wanted to ask somebody this, but it's not really music related. But I think it fits perfect since you like to cook. So, you just committed a heinous crime, really bad, like double manslaughter. They lock you up. You get sentenced to life. You're on death row.
My last meal?
Last meal. What's your last meal?
Last meal. Oh, I gotta dig deep on this one. On this one. My last meal. Shit. I'm trying to think.
I put this, I'm a head ass, but I put this on my Tinder profile. I put my last meal on there.
It's a good question, man. I mean, it's a good fucking question.
From what I remember, I'm pretty sure it's like surf and turf, so like some steak and some shrimp, curly fries, strawberry banana milkshake, fried okra, and then can't remember what else it was, but pretty much it.
Yeah. Okay. So number one, being just simple, but oh my gosh, that's so good. A authentic El Salvadorian pupusa.
Ooh.
Bean and cheese
A
pupusa.
Salvadorian pupusa.
Bro, what? When you land in there, that's the first thing you get handed.
I need that.
I hit the ground, they handed me a bag of pupusas. I was like, what? Bit into it, I was like, yo.
Complimentary bag of pupusas?
Yeah, I was like, yo, what the hell, bro? And so that's definitely, 100%. I've been thinking about that ever since I landed back over here, dude. Like, and they taught me how to make it too, so I'm about to get into that. But that's one. You got me with that serving turkey.
So you said bean and cheese pupusa?
Bean and cheese pupusa.
No meat on there?
See, I was usually before I went to El Salvador, I was the spicy pork pupusa kind of guy. But then I bit into that bean and cheese one. I was like,
They're different, huh?
I was like, oh yeah. I was like, this simplicity.
Yeah.
You know, like, bro, what? Like, oh my gosh. I literally felt angels touching my lips and shit. Like, it was amazing, bro.
You got kissed by an angel.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it was made out with an angel, bro. Got the second base with that motherfucker.
Started tonguing it. He's like, I need some more of these.
But, let's see. Seared tuna. Yeah,
Okay.
definitely. And it has to be seared and basted in rosemary and thyme. Has to be.
Okay.
Maybe a shallot or two.
And tuna, bro? Really?
I'm telling you, I don't like tuna. I don't like tuna.
Okay.
But then I tried some seared tuna. I fell in love, bro.
Really?
Bro. I was like, oh snap! Like this is it right here. So that's my protein. And then I would go curly fries. You were right about that, dude. Cause I'll
eat the
love
shit out of curly fries
bro.
from anywhere.
And that's what I love about them.
They're all the
Anywhere.
same?
It don't matter where they at, bro.
It's
They're
always gonna
good.
hit.
It does not matter where they at, seasoned or not. I don't know what the hell it is about it, but the motherfuckers
It's
is
like
good.
fried with seasoning because they all have that Cajun taste.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
they all had the same
Yeah.
like oh my gosh. And then for some potatoes, but I can't think of what it's called, but they're English. It's an English recipe. So what you do is you cut them up in little cylinders, sear each side, pour some chicken broth in the pan, and then let it rosemary thyme in there too, and then bake it, and all that chicken broth soaks into the potatoes. And it's like
Damn, that sounds good.
It looks like a little raw potato. You
Really?
cut into it, it's nice and soft, bro. You bite into it, and
that
it's so good. That, and also it's something to drink.
Yeah, what you drinking?
Can it be alcohol?
Yeah. And this is your last meal, bro.
Last meal, it better be fucking
Yeah.
alcohol. But the dot, what's that gonna do? I would have
Triple shot.
definitely gonna be a quadruple.
I mean,
boy.
for me, it's like it's my last meal. I want it to taste good. You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? But
probably
then that's why
wouldn't-
this drink for me tastes good. It sounds basic, but
Oh, here we
it's
go.
so good. Crown vanilla and Sprite.
Okay. Crown vanilla Sprite, yes.
Boy, bro, I'll take a gallon of that shit. Like, I'll chug it like a motherfucker.
That shit go
And then
crazy.
for dessert, some fried ice cream. I love me some fried ice cream.
I like
dog.
something fried with the ice cream, or the ice cream's fried? Because I
Ice cream
haven't
is
had the fried ice cream
It's
before.
fried. So what you do is you freeze it to the point where it's rock hard.
Yeah.
And you just
Then
flash
you
fry
batter
it.
it and then flash. Yeah.
And it's so good, bro. So good, bro. If you ever see it on the menu, I really suggest getting it. It's
The only
good.
time I had something, I had, what I have, fried, what the fuck was it? I guess it was Oreos, like fried Oreos and ice cream at the state fair. I was like, okay,
I've
shit,
had
good.
that. I had
Yeah.
fried Oreos. Was good.
Mhm.
I like fried Oreos.
And I'm not even a huge chocolate guy, but
You know, I love chocolate.
it's like, you fry anything, bro, I'll eat that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm gonna eat that motherfucker. Bro. Like, if I had some fried bacon, I'll tell you what, my stomach was hurting after that shit, but all that grease, but
Oh, yeah.
it was worth it.
Heart attack coming, bro, because
You
that
know what I'm
cholesterol
saying?
and
It
grease
was
is
worth
like
it, bro.
crazy.
But if I wasn't to have that tuna, I would definitely have a fat ass steak, bro.
Yeah.
Gotta be ribeye. Gotta be ribeye.
Mhm. How do you like it? Medium
bro.
rare? Okay, yeah.
I want it.
I had somebody come into work the other day and ask for a steak, hell yeah, we're just about done too. Pittsburgh style steak.
Pittsburgh style.
So outside seared, inside like blue rare.
Oh, Blu-ray.
Yeah,
Oh.
I'm just like, what?
Yeah, nah, I can't do
I'm
that,
like,
bro.
Why the
Can't do
fuck?
that. Yeah.
I don't.
If I cut into it and I see some tendons, I'm straight.
Yeah,
You know
like
what I'm saying? I'm good.
I don't understand that. That's some weird shit. But
Yeah. I like it bloody,
to each
but
their own. Yeah.
I don't like it moving on
Yeah,
my
there's
shit.
cannibal shit. You know what I mean?
No, I don't like it moving on my shit.
Medium rare is the most I'll ever go.
Mm-hmm.
Like there needs to be some type of fucking like cooked tenderness, like not just straight
See,
raw.
me, I'm a big crust guy, and so there's no way. I mean, you can sear a steak and get a decent crust if you cook it blue air, but you're not gonna get a. Like, come on, realistically, you're not gonna get a great sear.
No, fuck
So
that.
like, I gotta have that sear, bro.
Yeah.
See, like when I cut it, I want to hear it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I don't want it to just be.
Yeah.
Like it's not like a fart. Like I ain't trying to do that shit, bro.
All right, shit. That's gonna wrap it up.
For sure, man.
Thank you for coming, bro.
Thank you for having me,
man.
big
My
dog.
man's went through the whole fire and flames. He had to go to work. He had to finish up a pool. He had to go all the way home. He drove all the way out here 45 minutes.
Supposed to be
We're
here.
downtown Austin right now.
Supposed to be here last week. Got a whole concussion.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Dude,
And
hey.
so.
I remember we had planned this out. He's like, yeah, Thursday, bro. Yeah, 5 or 6, whatever. And then remember that day I hit him up like, hey, bro, like, what time you get off? Nothing. Didn't open. I'm like, shit, okay. And then had somebody texting me. I'm like, hey, bro, are you chilling? I was like, yeah, like I think I got something at like 6, but he hasn't hit me back. Like, yeah, I guess you can come through, bro. And not a single word for like a week. And then I see this our friend Jesse, and he comes over. He's like, yeah, no, fucking Deontay got a concussion. I was like, what the fuck do you mean? Like, what happened? And then tell the story real quick. End it off with that story.
Okay, so I get home from work, bro. And keep in mind, I played football for a long time. Not get one concussion, dog. I get home from work, just smoke, feeling good, zooted. I remember I got some Hot Pockets and shit downstairs. So I started chopping, running. And then like my stairs is carpet, but right when you get to the bottom it's tile. It's some hard ass tile. I know you felt that shit. And then I went to go take that step, and I got a dog. He's Down syndrome. That's besides the point. I just wanted y'all to know that. But that's why I don't blame him. He got problems.
Yeah.
But I went to go take that last step, and he ran right under my foot. So I stepped on his back. He took me with him. And then fell. It was like a cartoon, bro. Both feet in the air. Hit the ground,
boom,
blacked out, bro. Didn't remember anything. Like I still don't even necessarily remember most of it.
Yeah.
I just remember like, damn, like I definitely just busted my ass.
God damn.
But I thought I was straight. I even called my manager. I was like, yeah, I'll be back tomorrow, bro. Like, don't even worry.
Yeah.
And then
did anything happen after? Like you started getting headaches or something?
Yeah. Holy shit, bro.
Really bad?
Because when the next morning I fell asleep all night.
That's dangerous, bro. Like you could have had some internal bleeding or some crazy shit. Yeah. Thank God you didn't. Fuck.
You know what I'm saying? All glory to God, that's for sure. But that's why it's a little delayed. We here though.
Yeah, we still made it. We're making shit happen.
We're making shit happen.
Yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. We'll be back with another one. I got some more videos to edit, but we'll got some new shit coming out soon. He's got a new EP he's dropping, Winter Throwaways. Y'all look forward to that. Also check in on his cooking page. He got TikTok, Cooking with Frosty. He's got his fishing page. It was 512 Frog Addicts.
FM Entertainment.
It's about to be FM Entertainment.
And I'm
so
actually making a TikTok for the YouTube channel too, called FM Entertainment.
Hell yeah, that's it. That's it right there. But yeah, I'll catch y'all. We heading downtown. Check out the new Don Tolliver. So
peace.
There it is. Good shit, boys.
Yes, sir.
That was good, man. That was perfect.